Alright guys, here we have my mail day. I ordered a few things. I've been getting really into the Mafex line. I've been getting into the amazing Yamaguchi, Revoltech line. Been getting into different stuff, and so I don't know. I mean, I do kind of have an idea of which this one is. I'm not gonna like play dumb and act like, oh no, it's a surprise figure. It's one of, you know, could be several things, but I'm really hoping it's my Venom. That got shipped out pretty fast. Of course, had to get it secondhand on eBay, but this packaging is awesome. It's cool when people who, you know, don't have like a store and aren't, you know, and they're just sending stuff to other collectors, actually like take the time to send things packaged really well. And like the bright side, I also like saving this stuff, so when I mail it out, I have a bunch of mailing stuff for, you know, whenever I sell something. With that being said, here we have Revoltech Venom. Dude, I'm so fucking pumped. This person was super cool because I messaged them. I was a little leery because there's just so many fakes coming around. There's so many bootleg ones, and a lot of people like the bootleg ones, you know. CT, they've been coming up with some cool stuff, and people have been really pumped on some of the bootlegs, and that's awesome. But you know, I really wanted my chance to own an authentic Revoltech Yamaguchi figure, and I'm super excited because this is my opportunity to own one. I actually did get a Batman out in the wild the other day, so that's actually pretty nuts. And okay, cool, look at that. They also have their own kind of seal of approval, so that's awesome. Yeah, I got a Batman, the Revoltech. It's like 009, I want to say. I was pretty happy about that. And if you recall, or maybe I haven't actually released that video yet, but I'm working on it. But the other one had like a thing there, which is fine if he doesn't have it, you know, not a big deal. They still cram so much, you know, so much visuals into the box. It's awesome. Oh man, here we go. And then of course, another way you know these are authentic is they come with instructions. Thankfully, Venom doesn't have a whole lot. He's got his, you know, they're not tentacles. I was gonna say sigils. I don't know why. I swear I've seen so many videos. And tendrils. Wow. All right, here we have some great translation. I'm Venom. They're an innocent. Hello, kiss, 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 kiss.
Hug, hug. Kiss, kiss. Hug, hug. Big kiss. Little hug. Kiss, kiss. Little kiss.
Or hug. I don't remember what X's and O's are. But here we go. More tendrils right there. I could still be saying it wrong. That's okay. Look at that. So this is an older figure. It already came out a few years ago. Maybe longer than two, actually, because there are so many reviews from so long ago. I am so late to this party. But that's okay. You know, I think thanks to collecting Ninja Turtles, I've been able to branch out and look at other toy companies and see what else they have. And, you know, of course, I'm still in the hunt for the Revoltech Ninja Turtles. That's going to take a lot longer. The resale on those is incredibly high. So I'm going to bide my time, but here we go. Another way you know these are real is Revoltech comes with very carefully packaged figures. So when you get them, they have all these little guys. Man, so let's mess around with him a little bit. I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna get a closer look, and we're gonna check out Revoltech's Venom. All right, here we have the accessories. You know, I've said before, and this is probably kind of a hot take, but I'm like not a huge accessory guy. I lose stuff all the time, so you know, I don't particularly get mad if it doesn't come with a lot of stuff. These guys, brand new, usually go anywhere between 100 to 150, I guess just depending on the figure. Here's just a closer look at these tendrils. So with that much, even though it's to not my taste, and I guess it just comes down to just being horribly, horribly irresponsible, but I will say, when you're spending that much, you should still get, I think, a lot more, especially when you're in the $100 range. With that being said, wow, that is my favorite phrase ever. If you watched that last video, we have these awesome tendrils that have joint articulation. You got the little ball joint right there. That is exciting. Look at that. Oh my god, that's so cool. Lots of swivel. You can see that little pull for the peg. So if you want to take a piece out and, you know, really get creative with it, you absolutely can. There you go. There's that peg there. There's a hole there. So if you want to make like a super tendril, you know, you can just get that guy in there and bam, look at that. Super tendril, fuck you. And then what's cool is you can take that little helmet, we'll just call it a helmet, off, and because under that little helmet it's all white, you can create just a different eye effect. So if you don't want him so gnarly, you can get him a little less gnarly. Ugh. And then of course you have the standard crazy tongue. Once again, a lot of people I've seen when they were reviewing said they did or didn't like the tongues. I guess that's a really nothing statement, but ultimately I like the tongue. I think it adds to it. I think that's crazy. So not a whole lot of accessories, but these are still cool. I think these are rad. And I think if you're a lot more creative than I am, you can pull off a lot of really, really cool pictures with these. And then of course they come with their own stands. You put these together. If you just got like a little screwdriver, you actually just got to put them together yourself. At least my Batman one. This one looks like it's already pretty much put together. And then here we have, what are these, like barbell joints? So I'm assuming so you can, you know, plug them into this guy. There's like a, oh, there's not a hole. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of thought maybe this would go into here so you could articulate a little bit more, or maybe it's just some extra joints, you know, for those extra parts. Nevertheless, this is just kind of a standard stand you get with Yamaguchi that I've seen. Comes with the other figures. It came with my Batman. So there you go. Nice little standard stand. All right, so we got all that plastic off. So off the rip, I can tell you right now, this dude feels amazing. Like, I don't really quite know how to explain it. Like, you can tell this is the real deal. Not that I, you know, thought it wasn't, but the articulation is just so bananas. Like, this arm just goes all over the place. It's on a, you know, ball joint right there. You can kind of see it. Once again, you know, this is one of those companies that, like, people really love for the articulation. So if you don't like how open some of that stuff is, it might not be for you. You know what I mean? If you're somebody that likes to have their figures kind of in the museum pose, then, you know, I probably wouldn't get this guy, honestly, because again, he does look really gnarly, but it doesn't bother me because I love all of this articulation. Look at that. Oh my god. The knee goes way, way back. I believe, yeah, look at that. Foot goes everywhere. We got some toe articulation. Can he do the splits? Trying to be careful. So I did want to mention that this guy actually does the full splits. Bit of a spoiler alert, it's been kind of a pain to get this video together. So when you get to what I'm talking about, you'll see why I didn't get to cover the rest of the splits. But just a heads up, he can do the splits all the way. The leg articulation is actually really advanced and a little bit difficult at first to understand. So if you do get one of these figures, take your time, mess with it. The thigh cuts are put in a really interesting way. You kind of have to like turn them, which in turn, no pun intended, allows you the freedom to actually get him a bigger range of motion. So just wanted to clear that up really, really fast. He can do the splits. It's a really great articulation. It is just a little different from what we're used to. Careful. Oh, still got some more of that plastic. This stuff is a huge pain to get off, but we got it off. right, but I mean, man, you can get into all kinds of incredible poses. You know, I did just say like, oh, I wish we had more or I'm glad we don't have more hands, but I kind of wish we do, you know? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, that's crazy. We got fingy articulation, people. Look at that. What? Get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is how you know I'm new to toy collecting, because I am so easily impressed by something as simple as finger articulation. Like, dude, you can finally get Venom flipping everybody off. Fuck you. Man, that is... that's actually really, really cool. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's so cool. And of course, you know, get him into some more dynamic hand poses, you know. Well, that's not that dynamic, but you know what I'm saying. You've got some imagination. You can make this guy look really cool and move him around however you need to. That's so rad. Now here's another one I like to see. How does he stand? Because he is really top heavy. I have a feeling he's gonna have to be on a stand. I figured when I saw him, he would be. A lot of the reviews I saw didn't really lend themselves to say like, oh yeah, this dude stands on his own really good. And as you can see right now, all right, there he is. Of course, yeah. This guy is not a stander. He is definitely gonna have to be in a. He's gonna have to be in a very specific, you know, stand for him to just stay around. But alright guys, sorry for the weird, really abrupt interruption. Basically, my phone died while I was handling this guy. So we are back at it with the rest of this review for Amazing Yamaguchi Venom. So basically, like I was going over it, the articulation is a lot of fun on this guy. You can get him into a lot of great poses. You can get him on the stand. You can get him... not really to stand, but on the stand pretty easily. However, I would say I don't know if I recommend the Revoltech stand. Using that for a smaller character, it just doesn't really seem to be able to handle the Venom sculpt.
Alright guys, well unfortunately just everything in the world was against me today and I could not finish a more thorough review. Luckily, just like I've said previously and in my other videos, this is a flashback figure. This guy has been out for years and there are way better, way more in-depth reviews than mine. So go ahead and enjoy this B-roll. It's really all I could muster after just technical difficulty after technical difficulty. Thanks for watching and catch me on the next Turtle Corner. You guys have a good night or good morning or good afternoon.